Chat, what's the vibe, yo? I wanna talk, yo. I gotta yap. I haven't yapped in a minute, but first of all, thank you guys for coming into the stream. Appreciate y'all, man. I will have two YouTube videos out tomorrow. Main channel, second channel will both be getting uploads tomorrow. So I appreciate y'all, man. I'm yapping about Warzone, and I'm going to say some things, and I know that I yap about Warzone a lot, and I was gonna save this for a YouTube video, and I feel like it's better for me to yap here, right? Like, I know people are uploading stuff, but like for me, for my way that I like to do things, I like to yap on my stream, so I'm gonna yap. What happened with the World Series of Warzone qualifiers is an embarrassment. For those of you who do not know what I'm talking about, the World Series of Warzone qualifiers were yesterday or 2 days ago, in-game online qualifiers, right? Public playlist, you get where this is going. The pro teams and all the people who are trying to compete in the World Series of Warzone got hacked on for the entirety of the event. I want to put this into perspective for you all. This is some people's livelihoods that we are talking about. Some people play this game to pay their bills. To pay their bills, right? Some people are aspiring pro players, and they want to climb the ranks of the ladder to become pro in Call of Duty Warzone. And to anybody who is watching my stream who thinks that this is the right game to go pro in, you are mistakenly wrong. Because let's look at the facts real quick. You have an in-game open qualifier for $1 million tournament. $1 million tournament. $1 million. Life-changing money. Life-changing money for some people who probably really need it. And you are allowing people to break into this playlist and cheat. It's inexcusable. This is inexcusable. This is no longer funny. It's no longer, haha, cheating in Warzone. No, this is not funny anymore. It's not. And you know what the worst part about Warzone is? Other than the fact that we have people hacking in $1 million tournament. I don't think, and I've said this a lot, I don't remember the last time that the hacking was this bad. And I'm going to say something that I never thought that I would say. Warzone 2 had a better state of game than what we have right now. I know that's going to be crazy. I'm going to get flamed in my YouTube comments for this. Hear me out. Before you all start going keyboard warrior on me. In Warzone 2, I do not genuinely think that I ran into that many cheaters in Warzone 2. Probably for two reasons. The game was ass, number one. And I think they had a legitimate grasp on how cheating was going. And I think they were able to, mitigate a lot of the cheating, even in ranked. Like, I didn't really get hacked on that much. And you guys have to understand something. I am not a pro player. I am not even close to a pro player. I am an above average, middle ground player, right? That's probably the best I can say. I have like a 3-4 KD and most shit, right? I've won tournaments in the past. So I've won tournaments. I've played in customs. I've played with and against pros. Okay? So I do have a platform to talk about this. And you want to know the other reason that I have a platform to talk about this is because I love this game. I love Call of Duty. It is my favorite first-person shooter ever, other than Halo, which I was semi-pro and played for a college team for. Little Fusco lore for y'all. I played for my college team. But what we are experiencing, especially for somebody who is a lover of esports, is embarrassing. The people who work on Warzone should be embarrassed that this is happening. And I know that we all know they're not. We all know that, like, I bet you majority of them don't give a shit. The anti-cheat barely fucking works. Activision is literally laughing all the way to the bank. All the way to the bank right now. Their numbers are not down at all. You have people running rampant in $1 million tournament. You have public playlists that are going to get infested with cheaters. You have an anti-cheat that doesn't work. You have a game that is the stalest I think I've ever experienced Warzone ever to be. You brought back the greatest battle royale map, in my opinion, ever made, and fucked it up. You fucked it up. They brought back Verdansk and fucked it up. It's embarrassing. Why do you guys think I have not been playing Warzone on my stream recently? I'm bored. Bored as fuck. And to be honest with you, I haven't ran into a lot of hackers in multiplayer. Not people who I can tell you that are genuinely hacking. Like, I don't know what the fuck going on in BO6, but I really haven't ran into a lot of people cheating in multiplayer, like, at all. Which is great. Like, okay, that's good. Like, I have something that I can play, that I can grind. I've actually been kind of enjoying myself. Like, I like having something to grind for again. That's why I'm playing multiplayer currently. But I'm going to give you guys my opinion on what Warzone needs to do for the billionth time. And I'm just going to keep my mouth shut after this until they fix it, because I am so fucking tired about talking about this, right? I am so tired of talking about this. And I'm going to get into the nitty gritty of what I think is going to genuinely kill Warzone at the end of my rant. I said ramp. My ramp. Whoa, we're going down the ramp. Lock in. The first thing that Warzone needs is obviously a working anti-cheat. But something that came to light recently that I did not know about Warzone, you do not have to verify an email address for an account. Why the fuck not? There are cheaters. There is a Discord during the World Series of Warzone of the cheat platforms, like Engine Owning or whatever the fuck those trash cans names are, where people were posting how to get accounts quick. They had new accounts made in seconds, ready to go. Somebody, I think it was it might have been FIFA. It was one of the pros, right? He interviewed a cheater, and he's like, "Oh, when you buy the cheats, they give you like 100 accounts that you could log into like that, and just continue cheating." All because we don't have a verification system for emails. That's number one. That is inexcusable that is not implemented into the game. Number two. A lot of people might disagree with me on this. Warzone needs to be locked behind a paywall. I get it is a free-to-play game, but if they are not going to make a working anti-cheat for the game, you need to figure out how to minimize the problem. And the only way to do that is to put it behind a paywall. You must own the new Call of Duty to play it. You must have Xbox Game Pass. And if you get banned, you cannot make another Game Pass account and play on your machine. That is the second thing. If they are not going to make a working anti-cheat, that is their only option, is to lock it behind a paywall. If you want to play Warzone, you will have to buy the new game, or you will have to play it on Game Pass. That is the only way that I see it semi-working out without an anti-cheat. Or make the game $20. You need to pay $20 if you want a new account. Am I wrong? Think about it like this. If you want to rage hack in Warzone, most of the rage hacks, from what I understand, cost about, they go anywhere from $10 to $300, right? Walls are like $10 or whatever. Don't ask me how I fucking know that. I know somebody who cheated once or twice or 3 times. I've known people who have cheated just for shits and giggles, right? And I've asked them, like, yo, how much is it? And they're like, it's like $10. $10 for hacks, yo. Lock it behind a paywall. I'm sorry, but if you're paying like $1,000 to cheat in Warzone, brother, you got to reevaluate your life. But do you get what I'm saying? They need to lock it behind a paywall. If they're not going to make a working anti-cheat, lock it behind a paywall. My next point is an anti-cheat. There is no fucking excuse that Microsoft, who owns Activision now, cannot get a working anti-cheat for the game. It should be like Vanguard. We're not all going to sit here and pretend like Call of Duty is not on the same level as CS and Valorant, right? It is. And the people who are going to be like, no, it's not even fucking close. It is. It has been for years. Millions and millions of dollars have been dumped in this game. Call of Duty needs a kernel level anti-cheat. And I don't want to hear that Ricochet is one, because it's not. I've played probably 40 to 70 hours of Valorant in my life. I can't tell you if I've ever ran into a hacker. I've never had to report anybody for hacking. That is how good their anti-cheat is. And you are telling me that Call of Duty cannot get the same thing. If they can't make one, buy one. Buy one. And honestly, you want to know what the problem is, chat? And I'm going to be completely honest about this. The problem is probably the engine. The engine is most likely the issue of why the anti-cheats can't be implemented. Because Call of Duty wants to be bigger than everybody else and make their game on their own engine. Valorant moved to Unreal Engine 5. Fortnite is on Unreal Engine 5. Apex is probably going to move to Unreal Engine 5 if it's not already. You want to know why? Because updating the games is easier on Unreal Engine 5. So why isn't Call of Duty on it? I don't care if it's on Unreal Engine or a engine. It needs a engine that you can update the game, the anti-cheat, whenever you need. It is time. I'm sick of making video. I'm sick of talking about this. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. And you know why? I get so mad? I have made money off COD. I've made probably more money than most people off COD, and streaming and playing and, posting videos and stuff like that. I feel horrible for the people who this is their livelihood. I was watching Aiden stream yesterday, and they were either playing ranked. They're probably playing ranked, or I think they were playing quals yesterday. I'm pretty sure they were playing quals yesterday. They were talking about if this game did not make them money, would they be playing it? And they said no. And I'm sorry, fuck the casual player base. Fuck the casual player base. I'm sorry. I love y'all. I respect y'all. But fuck you. And this is why I'm saying this, all right? And it's not at y'all. I am saying in retrospect, if you make a good game, you can make everybody happy. Everybody. Pros. Mid-level players. Casuals. Right? You want to know the greatest thing about Fortnite? And I got to give Fortnite a lot of credit here. It has something for everyone. Everyone. It has something for everyone. Warzone does not need to go down the route of having something for everyone, but it needs to be playable for everyone. Playable. Not groundbreaking. Playable. Playable. Ranked. Resurgence. Add whatever the hell else you want. It is literally ridiculous at this point. And I'm going to say this one last time. Warzone needs to be its own game. I do not understand why Warzone and Black Ops 6 are the same game still. I don't get it. Honestly, chat, if you want my opinion, this is the model that they should be using. Okay? If I am the creator, or if I am Raven, or if I am Treyarch, or if I am Infinity Ward, or Sledgehammer, or High Moon, or any of the other studios that work on COD, this is what I would do. I would make the battle pass $15. 10 for the regular, 15 to 30 for Black Cell, or whatever, right? But let's just say, for example, like Black Cell and regular, okay? Black Cell and regular. It has two sides to it. There's a side for Warzone, and there is a side for Black Ops 6. You can play this. You can play Black Ops 6 and Warzone. to earn rewards. Or you could just buy the battle pass in Warzone. But you only get the Warzone rewards. Separate reward systems. They'd make them hundreds of millions of dollars. But at least the game's content is separated. There is no reason to keep updating the game. Why do you think all these other battle royales work so well? Even Apex, which isn't even that great right now, has a better foundation than Warzone. You want to know why? There is not another game that is made by the same publisher that is literally choking the life out of that game away. That is why. All these titles that get released are choking the life out of Warzone because they're trying to like make it like the release. Look at 2019 to Vanguard, right? Same movement, added guns, changed the map. That's all they have to do. That's all they had to do, right? Caldera is in a better state than this game is. Why are we changing the game? Warzone 2 was the biggest mistake that we have ever made, completely changing everything. It fucking ruined everything. MW3 was a step in the right direction. The beginning of Black Ops 6 was not great. In my opinion, there are a couple things that I will get to that I would like to see back. I didn't mind buying weapons from the buy station. I thought that was kind of cool. But that's a very controversial topic. That's a different discussion. But why is the game not separate? Why are we not building off a foundation? If I walked into the headquarters of Activision tomorrow, I would ask them, is Warzone 1 able to be put back online? And if they said yes, I'd be like, this is what we're going to do from here on out. You are going to delete the current game that we have. If you can move everybody's skins over. Move everybody's skins over to Warzone 1. Or fix something, right? And we're going to build off of this for eternity. For eternity. And you know what the worst part is? I like Omni movement. I think Omni movement is awesome, right? But it doesn't, everything about Black Ops 6 has broken the game. And like, I feel like I'm spitballing at a certain point because we don't have answers. They are not talking about this. They haven't said shit about this. Shit, they haven't said anything. The servers were offline earlier today. And they're like, oh, our servers are offline, sorry. Like, they haven't talked about the cheating. They haven't addressed what happened in the World Series of Warzone. I know they're like kicking teams out and stuff, but like, dog, it gets to a certain point where like they gotta take responsibility for this. And we all know they're not going to. It's ridiculous. I feel so bad for the people who were competing yesterday. Like, people like Biffle and Hisoka and Swag and Aiden and Z Schmidt and Joe, fucking Zealander, all of them. This is their livelihood. They have stuck by this game for years. And the next fucking person that says that streamers are the problem, you are the dumbest people on the planet. I'm sorry. The streamers are not the fucking problem. The streamers are the ones who are advocating for the game to be better. For the game to be better. And you're bashing them. What is wrong with you people? They want the game that you play to be better. For everyone. It's just so mind-blowing to me that people are like, oh, the streamers are the problem. No, the fucking cheating is the problem. Nobody would complain if there was no cheating. You know what the worst part about this is, chat? I don't know who is cheating and who is good anymore. I cannot. It is. Do you know how like imprinted it is in my brain? Whenever I play ranked or whenever I play Warzone, I get killed. I'm like, this guy's cheating. That is the first fucking thing that comes to my mind. I don't want to be like that. But when I play games like Valorant and I get killed, I'm like, this guy's better than me. Or a good shot. Or something like that. Like, bruh. It's enough is enough. Enough is enough. Like, we can't keep doing this anymore. And like, listen, my final point that I'm gonna make, and I'm not talking about this shit ever again until they fucking fix this game. They better watch out for Battlefield. y'all need to hear me out on this. If the new Battlefield is good and it releases with a battle royale, that's good. If it releases with a battle royale that has a loadout system, and it's good, and it's fun, and it's competitive, I wouldn't play Warzone. And y'all have to understand where I'm coming from with this. There is no game like Warzone right now. One of the reasons I'm still on COD is because all the other games that are out right now are trash, in my opinion. I like Splitgate a lot, but like I'm not a public match grinder. Like, yeah, I play pubs for high kills, but like that's just who I am. Like, I like going into pubs and stomping lobby. Like, I can't really do that in Splitgate. It's when Splitgate rank comes out, I'm playing the fuck out of that shit. But like for right now, like Warzone's got it. That's the problem, is Warzone still has this like this scene in a chokehold until Battlefield comes out. And if I am the creator of Battlefield, if I am the fucking CEO of who makes Battlefield, EA? Chat, EA makes Battlefield? Who makes Battlefield? EA, right? EA. Or EA or whatever studio makes Battlefield, right? If I am EA or the studio that makes Battlefield, I am saying to myself, what can we do to kill Warzone? What can we do? What can we do? What can we do to kill Warzone? You make a fun game. You make good guns. You make cool skins, and you make a fucking BR that's fun. You do that and adding like the 50v50 modes and the conquest shit that make Battlefield what it is, and you put all those maps together and make a BR. You've won. You've won. You've won. I don't know who's not gonna play it. Who's not gonna play it? Nobody will give a damn if that game's good. I can tell you all right now, the COD player base drops by 50 if Battlefield is good. Because here's the thing. Look at the BRs that are out right now. Fortnite, Apex, Splitgate, PUBG. What else? That's kind of it, right? That's kind of it, right? Like that. Those are like the 4 like big BRs right now, and Warzone are like the big 5 right now. No other game is like Warzone. No other game, no other BR is like Warzone. That's the problem. That is the problem. And it sucks because I'm a victim of it too. I love Warzone. I love the concept of Warzone. I love the fact that loadouts exist. I think it's fucking awesome. I think it's genius. But the way the game is right now is just not fun. It's riddled with cheaters. It's terrible. Like I give Warzone 2 a lot of shit, but holy fuck have we fallen far. Like this is crazy. Crazy. But I think the thing that like set me off the most about this topic was watching the qualifiers yesterday. Like I was watching this like, you guys gotta be fucking kidding me. There are people with named no quals for you or no World Series of Warzone for you, and they ran rampant all day. No ban. Fucking sad. It's sad, man. I feel so bad for those people. Like, I feel bad for all the people who put in that much time and effort. Like, if any of y'all ever watch this, like, I feel for you, dog. I'm sorry. Like, dude, I was watching Pulse Check earlier with Repulse's thing, which you guys should watch if you guys are, like, really into competitive Warzone. Repulse is the GOAT. Repulse is probably the reason why this scene has survived, in my opinion. But they were still trying to figure out which teams were cheating and trying to put the bracket together for the World Series of Warzone. They were still figuring it out. Like the admins of the tournament were trying to figure out which teams are legitimately cheating. If you have a fucking anti-cheat that can read hacking, how do you not know who's cheating? Do you understand the problem? How do you, if you have a working anti-cheat, how do you not know who's cheating? How do you not know who's cheating? This is $1 million tournament. $1 million. It is $1 million tournament, chat. They're playing for $1 million. Honestly, dude, good on the EWC for not fucking hosting open quals. If I was the EWC, I wouldn't even touch open qualifiers. Fuck that shit. With the way that this shit has been, yo, like, yeah. No open quals for me, sir. But yeah, Warzone's fucking cooked. They need to do something. I'm sick of talking about this. I ain't going home.